this is Elizabeth with Callie's Clips and Crochet Creations. We are doing our mini C2C or mini corner to corner graph GAN tutorial. So far we've covered how to increase our stitch from the corner. We talked about color changes. We talked about how to decrease. And we talked about how to add a simple little border so that we can combine these. Now there's lots of different methods that you can use to join your squares, but I picked one that I wanted to learn that was new to me, and it's called the simulated braided join. The first step to that is actually pretty much what we did on the border on there already. So the next step is going to be how we're actually going to be combining these squares. Now when you're doing your graph GANs, if you don't want to join your squares this way, that's totally fine. There are lots of different options out there. This one is quick and easy, and I really loved the effect that it had on the blanket. Let me show you what it looks like real quick on the actual graph GAN that we were making, or are making. Not revealing too much here. Let's see. This is our owl square that we've been mostly referring to. You can see these are one square joined together, and it makes like this little kind of like a, I don't know, it's a cute little lacy join, and I just love the way that looks in between each of the squares. You can see it here as well, and it's also a very quick join method if you want to join several together all at once. The only thing that some people might not like is that it does leave just a little bit of a ridge on the back, but really it doesn't bother me at all. I think it looks fine. You could almost do it that way on the front if you wanted like a consistent break between and do it opposite, but I wouldn't do that. So let's show you how to do this. So you could see it a little bit better, I made some extra squares here, and we'll show how to join those together quickly. So you're going to take the same color or opposite color if you want. I did try opposite color earlier, and it kind of leaves a bar. I can show you an example just so you can see it, because maybe it's a texture, if I find the end, texture that you want. So I've done a slip stitch. You can do that or just attach it to where you want, however you want to start, that's fine. So let's just take two of these squares, okay? And when you join, you want them to be right side together. So these are the front, these are the back. Kiss them together, right sides together. In any corner space, we should have chain two. We're going to join those together, right sides together, with a single crochet. And then you are going to chain two and then work in every chain two space. So remember, we didn't chain two here. Let's see if I can get that to focus a little better. There we go. We didn't chain two at the beginning. We had like two consecutive single crochets. So you want to find these chain two spaces, and through both of those thicknesses, just single crochet. Chain two, go to the next chain two space, and single crochet. Chain two, single crochet in the next chain two space, and chain two, and then single crochet in the next chain two space. Okay, now I'll show you. So if you use a different color, you're going to get like this bar join over them. So if you kept going, it would continue to look like that. So you can, if you want to keep going, you could simply grab your next two squares and then keep joining. So you could single crochet in the next. You don't need to chain two between two sections, just single crochet to the next corner, chain two, and then do the same thing across. So this is one method if you want to join as you go, like join like a whole row together. In our case, we'd have 3 in a row. Since this is so quick, I'll show you what it looks like real quick, just for an example, and then we'll go back to the other color yarn. But see, if you wanted that extra texture, like a pop of another color, you can definitely do that, and it gives you a neat little texture there in the middle. So you can join that way, you could clip it and then come back and fold those together and do the same thing and join across. You just go right over top of that, no big deal. So there's that, but I want to use the same color. So flip those back to the other way. I'm going to show you that one more time. So right sides together. Now when you're making the graph gan, make sure your pictures, like if this was the front, make sure it's facing up, make sure it's facing, you know, the right directions. You don't want a sideways square. Okay, so again, in this corner, chain 2 space, single crochet in the corner to join together, and then chain 2, and go through every chain 2 space with a single crochet. Chain 2, the next chain 2 space, single crochet. See how fast this is? Chain 2, next chain 2 space, single crochet. Chain 2, next chain 2, that's the corner space. Go through both, if I find it. Go through both of the, where is it at? This one's being ornery. There it is. Trying to go through the wrong space. I may have put an extra chain in there. I made these super fast between videos. Okay, so there's one row. And again, I forgot my scissors. So let me go get those and then we'll finish joining. All right, I got my scissors. Now we can just clip that off. So we've connected those, and that's what it looks like with a single color. Isn't that pretty? I think it's so pretty. Okay, so now we want, oh, I should have kept joining. I didn't mean to cut that. Oh well, I got distracted by my scissors. Oh well. We'll have an extra row. So I'll show it to you again. Single crochet in the corner, chain 2, and in the next chain 2 space, single crochet. Chain 2, in the next single crochet space, in the next chain 2 space, single crochet. Chain 2, in the next chain 2, single crochet. Chain 2, and then that should be this chain 2 space in the corner. And single crochet in there, and then we'll fasten that off. So we could have done that all together. I was going too fast. Okay, so now we've got those joined and those joined. Now we're going to flip that over, right sides together, and then crochet all the way across. So we're making this little mini thing as we show you. Maybe I'll write this cute little pattern up for a hot pad or a trivet, but then you should probably use cotton yarn, not acrylic. So you can make a bunch of mini squares and make our cool blanket that way. All right, so I've joined in the corner again. Chain 2, we're going to work our way all the way across both sections of squares. So next chain 2 space, single crochet. Chain 2, in the next chain 2 space, single crochet. Chain 2, the next chain 2 space, single crochet. And chain 2, we should be to our corner. So join in the corners there, single crochet those together. Now in this case we've got corners right next to corners, so remember, skip right to the next corner, don't chain 2, just move right to the next corner and single crochet, chain 2, and we need our next chain 2 space, so single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the next chain 2 space, and chain 2, and we should be next to our corner and joining at the end there with a single crochet as well. Snip that off, and now we've got a beautifully joined blanket. So it looks a lot better when you keep going. You can tell I didn't right there, but I haven't weaved those in yet either. Yeah, so I have a chance to tighten those. I am going to actually probably do something you're gonna be like, no! But since I forgot to keep going, I want to pull that a little tighter. Oh, that looks better. So now we've got what we call the simulated join method. Isn't that pretty? I love it. And again, like I said, it just leaves a little, oh, now it looks like a present. A little ridge in the back. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay, so that's how we're going to join all our squares.